MCG as Richmond take on the Sydney Swans.
Against the Swans. Tippett been doing a good job in the ruck. Hanbury went and got it. Martin as well. Just slightly to the advantage of the Tigers here. Good conditions at the MCG. Nice temperature. Don't think a lot of dew out there. Not a lot of dew on the ground, Lingy, is there?
No, it's a pretty good night down there. You're absolutely right. No wind whatsoever. I think by the second half there might be a little bit of dew, but right now, perfect.
Okay. Menadue down the line there. Looking for the big fella in a Hampson. Jack now, spearing ball. Great kick, wasn't it? Sinclair.
2 metres.
Marking out in front. Here comes Buddy. Into the pocket. That's where he led. That's where he wanted it. Did well defensively on that occasion. Rance, and he caught Morris high. Bit of a clumsy tackle.
We've got 8 players out here tonight, the Sydney Swans, that have played under 30 games. So they're an incredible club. 5 debutants for the year. And they're just able to bring players in and develop players around all these superstars that they do have.
I want to give away the free kick there, Buddy, but we know that's what he's got an appetite to do. His defensive pressure is outstanding. Free kick will go Sydney's way here. And speaking of stars of the game, Luke Parker is in the absolute elite in the competition. This man pops it down deep in the Buddy direction. Why wouldn't you? The form is in. Rance got rid of him. Did a pretty nice job. Didn't give away the free kick. Chaplin a little hesitation, and now under some pressure. Griggs clearing kick will bounce outside their defensive 50. Vickery had pushed up. Taylor Hunt tried to squeeze his way through. Couldn't get out, Richo.
Isaac Heaney started on the outer wing tonight. Sean Grigg was his matchup, so I'm sure he'll float forward now, but did start on the wing.
Yeah, you talk about Sydney, finalists 12 of the last 13 years, Richo, including 4 grand finals and 2 flags. In that, I reckon they're underappreciated in their feats. Here's an opportunity for that man, Dash, who spoke old Parker, mongrels it forward and posts it. I don't know why we don't give them more accolades. They're there every year, and they're there in a big way.
Yeah, and they're bringing in new players along the way, BT, which speaks volumes for this club.
Yeah, they're a phenomenal outfit, the Swans, and they are right up into their ears. In 2016, Rioli managed to get a little bit of connection with the footy, so it will be rebounded. Towers sold Hanbury into a fair bit of trouble. Edwards almost looked after him. Then he could have barreled him to the ground, didn't give away a free kick. Centre wing, the footy has been won. Did a pretty good job, Grimes. They'll welcome him back in tonight. Little clumsy tackle there. Too high on Hewitt. The Swans go inside 50 again. Rance! Oh! Massive collision! The courage on display, and good to see. Franklin's up. Rance is up, but look at this.
I'm not sure how that is a free kick. That's just a collision between 2 committed players, unless it was paid.
I think it was paid for Rance not having his eye on the ball, but the ball had already gone once he made contact.
Unless it was paid against Chaplin, but I don't think it was. I think it was against Rance. It looked like a collision for 2 players, pretty committed there.
Might have just in the last second, Rance given a little bit of ground there. 6 goals last week, season high for this man. He couldn't be in better form, but he's kicked the first tonight here at the MCG.
That was a beautiful kick from Buddy Franklin, so he's on the board early. Continue on his stellar season. Rance wasn't on Franklin on that lead there. Chaplin was, so they got caught out there. Franklin had a bit of a mismatch on the lead. Rance is asking the question now. A good start for Buddy. A beautiful kick off the boot.
Good kick initially.
I thought
to get it in the right spot.
Anyway, it's been paid, but looked like a pretty committed contest there.
736 goals for Buddy. Currently 15th on the all-time list, just past Bill Moore of St Kilda, who was a great goal kicker in his day. So Buddy mowing them down at the top end of the goal-kicking charts. Hanbury trying to bore out of there. Martin in there, equally as tough.
Thanks, boys.
Umpires tonight, Andrew Stevens, Matthew Nichols and David Harris. It's Umpire Appreciation Week this week. Some of the community kids have been out on the oval absorbing all of the information. Out of the middle they go. Lloyd hammers the ball forward, juggling attempted mark, should be paid. Gee, Sinclair thought he got it. I did too, not sure that it hit the deck. Now Towers, handball to Heaney. Heaney gets a real good look from 25 metres out, 2 and 2 minutes.
Gee, Isaac Heaney was able to run inside 50 there, completely unattended. So lack of concentration there from Richmond. How this man can run into the 50 and have no one within a bull's roar of him is beyond explanation. So the Swans off to a flyer here. Franklin and Heaney, the superstar and the superstar of the future, off to a good start.
Isaac Heaney here comes straight down from the wing, just allowed to run completely inside forward 50. Unaccountable by Richmond. Great work rate from Isaac Heaney, but sometimes you scratch your heads as to how somebody can get so free inside their forward 50.
Buddy and Isaac Heaney, 11 goals between them last week. They've kicked the first 2 here to start the game tonight. It's all Sydney at the moment. They desperately need to get hold of the footy here, the Tigers. Batchelor waited for Rioli. Now he's got an issue. Richards met him front on. Flostone made his midfield debut last week. Good to see him back against the footy. Like he could compete pretty well in that part of the ground, and now they get a little bit of possession to Rance. Wants to go through the middle of the ground. Kick was really well weighted to Griffiths. Good lead. Been called to play on. Dumps a high, long one, 4 to 50. Tough one for Riewoldt to mark. It was a poor kick in the end. Favoured the defender, and Richards was up to the challenge.
Hanbury in the thick of it. Here's Mitchell, just a magnet for the footy, just like his dad was. Flostone was off, but they decided not to take the advantage. And Miles.
Thank you.
Right in the middle of the corridor. Miles trying to pick something off for the lead. Didn't happen, so he's put it to the advantage of Vickery. Gee, that was a great kick. That's perfectly to the advantage of Vickery.
Yeah, it was. It was a really good kick, and the space opened up for Vickery behind because Riewoldt led up at the football, attracted defenders, and it left space behind him for Vickery, and it was a beautiful kick from Miles.
Closing in on 150 goals as well. Vickery 146 at the moment. Here he is with a relatively simple one. I hesitate to say that sometimes. 35 out, a little bit of angle. The subject of so much interest last week, kicking consecutive goals and being taken from the ground. Here he is now, and timber work.
Yeah, kicked 3-2 last week. Ty Vickery.
He's been pretty good, hasn't he, generally?
Well, he's kicking a couple of goals a game, 14 goals for the year.
So he's been their worst performer by a long stretch. Look at Heaney. He has got some enormous ability to leap from a standing start.
His hands and his marking ability is unbelievable, Heaney.
He was a complete young player to Towers. Played 3 or 4 games. 3 of the first 4 games did Towers. It's a 50.
Yeah, inside the area there. He's got a good start here, Towers.
Still trying to find a regular spot in the side, Steen Towers. He was dropped 5 times last year. That's a good move. Give it off to Buddy. That will endear to the Sydney Swans. Look at that kick from 70 metres. Drop punt. I reckon he might have got it. What about that?
I believe it's a goal. I'd just like to check that it wasn't touched before the line.
Sure.
It's a goal, isn't it?
Score review. Umpire's call is a goal. Please confirm.
That replay there, Das,
Review underway.
is a goal, I think.
That's a goal. Once again, though, I'm not sure how you can let Franklin get a handball receive around the back in that part of the ground. So that's 2 goals from poor concentration from Richmond here for the Swans.
Review complete. Confirmed goal.
What about that 70-metre drop punt kick from 3 steps? Here's the 51st of all to Towers that took him within range. So
that was Menadue there, just a lack of concentration. And Franklin, that is the last player you let get a handball receive in that part of the ground, and he has bombed that, BT.
Magnificent. Buddy Franklin, 2 early goals. The 2 guys you don't want scoring, Heaney and Franklin, are alight all over the ground. Griffiths into the ruck. Only 9.5 minutes ticked over. Sydney 3 goals. Beautiful bounce. Edwards, good hands. Delidio. Bit of work on the footy. Richards had to go down low, playing with that fractured eye socket. Little handball out, comes to Rewalt, left foot snap, needs to bring it back, and he does. Good goal, Jack.
Yeah, nice goal, Jack Rewalt. Left foot around the body. Johnny Longmire was not happy there. Richmond get a centre clearance, which is going to be pretty important tonight for them. Have first crack at it, and Jack Rewalt, who's putting together a very solid year in pretty trying times inside that forward half for Richmond. Beautiful finish around the corner.
His 20th goal for the season. Jack Rewalt has worked his absolute heart out. Hasn't been an easy start to the season for anyone in the Richmond colours, but Jack Rewalt, really nice left foot goal. Can they get another clearance? In the way is Kieran Jack. He gets it to the edge of 50. Former Eagle couldn't quite gather it there in Sinclair.
High ball, no checks. Thank you. Hold the meter.
Forward line for Sydney. Plenty of space for Buddy to operate in. Parker gets it in that direction as well. Rance did well to spoil. Grimes got to get rid of it.
Tackle, Richmond.
And Grimes with the free.
See how dangerous is Buddy looking at the moment. Every time it goes near him, you're expecting something to happen.
And Richo, they're keeping him at home as well and giving him that space that we saw from that stoppage. Had just a one-on-one contest. Alex Rance is going to have to work in that situation most of the night. Not going to get a lot of help.
Deledio, fast hands Edwards, really good to Martin. And Deledio's got to try and think his way through this. Brandon Ellis. Richmond free, advantage will be paid here. Miles. Opportunity now, Griffiths. Long ball over the head of Rewalt. Wasn't nicely placed for him, and Rampy.
Yeah, it's his second poor kick inside 50. Ben Griffiths has just got to make better use. Look at the mark from Parker, and now he releases Lloyd, streaming into 50. Not his best kick. He wanted Tippett, but Grimes, who's a really capable one-on-one defender. That was poor too. So Taylor Hunt, former Cat's, got to go back and scoop it up. Corey Ellis, was he taken high? No. Cunningham's tackle was well executed. Now Chaplin gets involved. Little quick one out there to Jones. He wanted to go back. In the way was Miles. And now can they get some run going? Brandon Ellis. He had Rioli. Ball in the way. Laidler crashing through was Jones, but picked up by Dustin Martin. He's waving his arms around. He wants some movement through the corridor. He's going to try the don't argue on Hanbury. And look at the streak that Dusty Martin played it nicely. The kick was poor, though. And now they're out.
You can see what he wanted, someone in space. Now, here about space. Here is Heaney going forward. 2-on-1 against Tippett. Did well to recover. Great push off the ball there. Now Batchelor to tidy up. It's a hot footy at the moment. Sydney are really applying enormous pressure. And that'll be a Jack free.
Run on. Run in.
It's a hot footy, all right, BT. And that's paid for front on contact to Kieran Jack. Probably not the part of the ground where you want to go to a 50-50.
He had the extraordinary decision that. Let's have a look at Menadue there. He's just competing for the footy. And he's called front on contact. That's an...
The Tigers kicking already a worry. Their field kicking. Missing targets. Here is Jack. Bit of a look at the angle there. That is missed by a fair way. And will end up just scraping in for a behind. So 13 points, Sydney.
Yeah, I'm not sure the free kick was quite there, but the good news for the Tigers is it's felt like it's all Sydney, but not a huge amount of damage done on the scoreboard yet. Can they just settle here? Batchelor now he's got to sneak his way through this one. They're great, the Swans, at setting up their zone. Vickery work done from Grundy over the top Hampson, and now Rioli spun in the tackle, got it back to Miles. Morris. Deledio, the class. He's going to take on Hewitt. Little half volley pickup was good. Now under all sorts of pressure. Look at the Swans. They are relentless at the moment, having to work super hard. Scooped up now to Brandon Ellis. A little chipping ball to Short will give them a bit of relief, and this is not a bad policy for Short, just to take a breath, and he hit the leading target, Deledio, pretty nicely.
Absorbing the pressure there really well, the Tigers. That was their best patch of play so far in this game. Brandon Ellis. Short ball, Rewald from the present up now.
Yeah, patient build up here for Richmond. 3 marks in a row.
So Vickery, the longest target of them all. And I think that's where he's going to go in the end. He's just asking Jack to place it to the side of him. Hampson up deep in the contest. Hanbury sharp hands out the back door, McVeigh. And here they go as they load up. Mills. Mills with a kick out wide. Good looking ball out there to Papley. Papley will gather at half back. Nothing to go down the line with, so had to risk it and come back inside. Menadue got on the end of it though. And is able to cut it off, working the angles. Point of the square, long ball in. Vickery one out again. Over the back, Laidler claiming the mark. Got him in the tackle, Lloyd. Rush behind.
Been some big turnovers from both teams early in this game, and they haven't been punished. That one there to Rioli. They still had numbers behind the footy, the Swans. So Rioli couldn't go quickly, and they got away with one there, the Swans.
Old Horse Longmire was feeling the tension early, despite his side looking as though they've started well. Hanbury slides in and earns himself a free kick. Just the Sydney defence then, they had a really bad turnover, but the fact they were able to get back and get the 2-on-1 to Vickery shows how well organised they are back there. Look at Parker's handball, brilliant to Buddy. He's almost within range from there. He's going to take a bounce, loads up, kick across the body. It was clever. Morris got back and defended well. Corey Ellis and Menadue combine. Taylor Hunt. So they've worked this one pretty well at half-back. It hasn't been easy getting out. Not a lot forward to kick to. And Teddy Richards again, the Sydney defence is set up beautifully.
Ball back inside here, so Sydney now through Laidler. In the corridor, got it where they want it. Gee, that was a good tackle by Rewalt. The advantage paid here. Umpire said you've got to go. So he had to retreat there short. Now the short ball is marked. And Rioli directly in front.
I think Short was actually going to hold it up there and wasn't really wanting to take the advantage. It's worked out okay for Richmond. Rewalt with a smart kick. His awareness is really, really good now, Jack Rewalt. He doesn't waste many of those balls around the 50.
Well, many Riolis have kicked many goals here, but not this one. His first opportunity to kick a goal at the G. Rioli from directly in front. They must make the most of these opportunities, and he sprayed it right. They can't afford to be missing opportunities like this against a quality team like Sydney.
BT at the moment just down here at ground level. A lot of players just bent over, a bit tired at the moment, feeling the pinch. There's only been 2 ball ups and 1 boundary throw in this quarter. So the ball just moving up and down the ground. Lots of possessions, lots of running, and players just feeling it a little bit. I reckon they want to stop the play for a bit to get their breath back.
So kick in the direction of Tippett. Look at Heaney in heavy traffic, find his way through, and now on the outside, Hanbury. He's got a bit of time. Griffith's chase was good. Now Towers is pushed back with a fly to the footy. Able to find space. Dean Towers.
That was a really good kick from Hanbury. He had players leading up at him, but he chose the right option. He saw Towers. That's the deepest option.
Lightning quick is this man. Just his 21st game, as I said earlier, trying to find a regular spot in this very talented side. He's gone the Stevie J around the body option, and Dean Towers has delivered nicely.
He's had 6 touches to start this game, Dean Towers, in and out of the Sydney team. Never really been able to cement a permanent spot. Back into the team tonight and had a really good start to this game. That hurts Richmond. They had a good opportunity down the other end through Rioli, missed it. And the Swans go the length of the ground. Kick their 4th goal. So this is the kick from Dan Hanbury here, and he surveyed that beautifully. He picked the deepest option. It was the right option. Put it to Towers' advantage.
And nicely executed from Towers as well to finish. This time Hampson. Flostone in there. Jack intercepted Edwards. Out the back door. Got to be quick here, the Tigers. Brandon Ellis sees something out of the corner of the eye. Menadue. Well on the wing. Looks likely Menadue. Gee, their foot skills, just the field passing, not good. Lucky they might get away with this. Grigg was able to apply pressure. Now Towers trying to extract. Edwards again. Cunningham, brilliant, well done. Hanbury again. Gee, they're ferocious inside this mob, Sydney. Outside to Smith. Smith to McVeigh. McVeigh prop stops, now long ball. Henny got the charge on his man, closing him down at the last minute. Grimes, they've got it and they go. Here goes Morris. What can they do on the counter-attack here? Morris looking for a runner to go with him. Found Deledio, now Brandon Ellis. Which way does he go? Not sure, forced to kick an ugly ball down the line. And once again, the turnover.
Just the pressure and the ability to win the footy. The Swans really evident early in this game. Here's Papley, what a revelation he has been, and he couldn't keep it in. Lingy.
Just an example of why Sydney are so good, and that man in particular, Dan Hanbury. Look at this, just low and hard, win the ball, head over the footy, courageous but skillful as well, getting the ball out to his teammates. That's what kickstarts so much of Sydney's game.
Holding the man.
Yeah, well picked up, Lingy.
Holding the man, Richmond.
They're an outstanding contested possession team as Luke Parker and Flostone exchange pleasantries. No Joey Kennedy tonight, who's another one you can add to that list. They stream off half-back, one-on-one Rance and Franklin. Great to see these two at it. Look at the recovery of Buddy. Might have been off his shin out of bounds on the full. It is. Free kick to the Tigers.
Chaplin, that's a great duel, Rance and Franklin. Trying to see how that works out.
Well done, Kieran. Push there,
Talked about the turnovers, BT, earlier. Richmond have conceded at least 55 points every game this year from turnovers. That's really killed them this season, not being able to hold on to the footy.
And there's an example of exactly what Richo's talking about. Tippett, they get it back through the good work of Flostone. Spinning pirouette out of trouble there. Deledio, what can they gather through the middle of the ground here? Missing some class in there at the moment. Ran into the tackle on that occasion, Corey Ellis.
Yeah, when you miss targets like that in that part of the ground, it really hurts your defence. Players run to make position and an unforced error occurs, and there's just players out everywhere the other way for the opposition.
Nice to throw out the back door. Deledio now. Flostone, this looks promising. Rewalt got the Dukes out in front, did well. Martin is long and the one out down there. Griffiths getting back as well. Comes in the Martin direction. He'll compete from behind. That's strong, class, good manoeuvrability of the body.
Yeah, he was outnumbered then. He was on for a long time, Brian. You called it. Rewalt released the ball, but the Swans got numbers back. And it took a great mark in the end.
Great marking the ball out in front there. Keep the defender's fist at bay.
He was in amongst four Swans there, Dustin Martin.
Martin, only a kick at 25 metres. He'll make sure of this, I'm sure. Kicks the goal. Tigers have got a couple. So not really.
Damage hasn't been done, has it? Yeah,
exactly, Richo. I mean, 4 goals to 2. They've survived this 20-minute period.
And you'd love to see him isolated a little bit more at full forward, Dustin Martin. That's what he can do. He's an incredible player in one-on-one contests, and that was a great example of it there. We don't see him taking overhead marks that often. He's more of a stand and deliver chest mark against his opponent.
It's been a good move for the Swans having Kurt Tippett playing the ruck. I think it really suits him, gets him involved in the play. Opens up a bit more space for Franklin as well. So we'll look at him compete with Hampson here. Hampson won the honours on that occasion. Edwards did well to toe poke it forward and then sliding in. Didn't quite complete the mark. Deledio. Griffiths farms the handball back to Grigg. He looks further inside 50. Dusty Martin. Rampy in the match-up. Dusty just points down lower. Needed that one in a little better position.
Yeah, as a leading forward, you want the ball out in front. Kick it to grass. Don't kick it at the player if you're the ball carrier. Kick it to grass in front and let the player lead onto it.
Let him adjust his speed to the footy. High ball, top of the square here. Got some big timber there. Up from Griffiths, back of the pack. Well done, Sydney here now. An opportunity with Richards. Hammers the ball into open space here. Morris has got a bit of a contest coming forth here. Rance really got to the contest quickly. Didn't panic when tackled. Morris clocked one high. But his second high tackle.
Let it up. Righty.
And that could be 50. It is, because he grabbed the leg of Morris. Heard that. Even though Morris sort of helped initiate it, it was professionally done by Morris. Really crafty.
He's not happy there, buddy. He's thinking, come on, give us a...
Gee, I tell you, that is the shortest 50 in history.
That's 25 metres.
That is 30 metres max.
That's the line. Mark's here.
Wow.
Where you are.
Can't believe it.
And for Morris, who needs another 10 metres to make the distance.
And the umpires see the cut grass on the ground, BT. From up here, it looks easy.
I'd love to have a look at that on the replay and we could count it. Here's the ball into Hampson, through for a minor score, but that's something worth looking at. Gee, I reckon that was battling to be 30 metres.
What's the separate? How far is it?
It's 10 metres per grass section, I think.
Yeah, we'll get back to that in a minute because it had a big impact. Morris in the end had to go the pass. The Swans now having to work through some Tiger pressure. Figure his tackle was good, not rewarded. In swoops to Lidio. Grigg squeezing handball over the top. Miles round the body. Will he make them pay? The Tigers kick 2 in a row and we're back to just 10 points. Make that 4 points.
Yeah, Anthony Miles. Nice finish. Brett Delidio. He's found some form. He's still not kicking the football. Had that quad strain that kept him out the first 5 or 6 rounds this year. He's had 13 disposals, only 2 kicks. So clearly he's still concerned with his kicking, but finding a heap of the football.
So there you go. So just past the middle section. So that's 10, 20. He's coming to the dark section. That's 20 metres. That light section is 30 metres. 35. That's 40 where the umpire is now. 42, 43 metres.
Another 8 makes a big difference.
Yeah, it means he can kick the goal.
So can the umpires see the grass lines on the ground, though?
Yeah, I think you can, Richard.
It looks obvious from up here.
Well, the Tigers are on fire. Kick the last 2. Now, what's happened to Vickery off the ball here? He's got one high or something's happened.
I think he got poked in the eye.
Yeah, so he didn't contest at all. Such was his discomfort. And now the ball in the hands of Hiscox. Poke in the eye for Ty.
Always feels good, doesn't it? Poke in the eye.
Hiscox, buddy. Too deep, off hands Hanbury. Brilliant handball back inside. The recovery from Franklin, excellent. Gave it to Heaney. Heaney travels to 50. He launches a beautifully struck ball that just bends at the last moment.
It's the outswinger from Isaac Heaney. Well, I initially thought Ty Vickery had another situation like he had in that pre-season game then.
An imaginary mark.
I honestly thought it had happened again, but he got poked in the eye. No, it did look like that.
Surely not. So the Tigers will feel pretty good about being in this contest after an onslaught early from the Swans. They launch an attack again. Just slipped a little high, that one, Delidio. And now Hewitt. Another one of the young Sydney Swans, just his 7th game of AFL football. He wants it in the tip direction. He put it in the right spot opposed to Hampson, and now Mitchell slides in, scoot back to Tippett. Heaney always gets his hands free. Hanbury the one-step kick, and he is good enough and makes no mistake, Dan Hanbury.
Started the
pass
game
there, isn't it?
It's just the skill level there to be able to release that kick really quickly off one step. Your left foot out to the boundary line. Class player, Dan Hanbury. Hard at the ball. He's so hard, but he's got so much skill as well when he gets the footy. Look at this here, the release handball from Heaney out the back, but that's one step. Didn't have much time to sum that up and put it through. And he's happy, as he should be. And that's a red time goal conceded by Richmond. And it's been another area they've really struggled in this year, conceding late goals in quarters.
Jack McVeigh, Parker, all the heavyweights there. Brandon Ellis. Still a minute and a half in the quarter remaining. Good ball from Ellis out wide to Lidio.
You see if he kicks here, Brian. He has to this time, but
here it is to Rewalt. Presented up magnificently. Left the space there for him, and Jack.
He's generally a kicker, Brett Delidio. 14 touches in the first quarter, 3 kicks, 11 handballs.
All you guys were doing the pre-show. Jack had about 10 shots, about 4 or 5 of them from here. And he had a little tail on them left to right, and that's what I think you need to do to make this kick. Let's see what he's got. Takes a little sideways step left. Did you see that when the umpire wasn't watching? Just to lessen the angle about half a degree.
Inside left post here.
Yeah, inside left post somewhere is where he was aiming in the practice. And he was converting pretty well. And that's going to bend back to the right. So he just needed to be inside left, Richo.
So it had the right shape.
Yep.
Just didn't start on the right line.
Yep. 48 seconds, Das.
So can the Swans launch another attack? It's Nick Smith, All-Australian defender, to Hewitt. Work their way to the wing, and Chaplin close attention on Tippett right in front of the interchange race there. So we've got a decent contest on our hands here. Swans look really dangerous, but there's some positive signs around the Tigers as well, Richo. I feel like they can really put up a challenge here. Tippett tried to muscle his way through. He couldn't do it. We're down to 30 seconds. So it's Dustin Martin with the footy in good hands. Rewalt's hands have been outstanding. No free kick picked up by Delidio. Tries to caress one in the Vickery direction. In front, Rampy.
OK, well, Richmond are the only ones can score in 18 seconds from here. Brendan Gale, the CEO, Johnny Bertrand there, and Peggy O'Neill, of course. Simon Matthews, the media.
John Burton is the chairman of the Alana and Madeline Foundation.
Indeed he is, one of our great sporting heroes. I think the Tigers may run out of time here. Martin inside Taylor. Hunt crashed in really firmly, and a free kick will go the way of Sydney here, but not going to give them enough time to score. Kicked 4 of the first 5 goals in this quarter. Quarter time at the G, intriguing game of football. It was Sydney early, then the Tigers kicked 3 late goals in that quarter, and Sydney answered in time on as well. A 10-point lead, Richmond 3-5-23, trailing the Swans 5-3-33.
Swans got off to a flyer, but Richmond fought back into the contest. And, you know, around the contested possession and clearance, it's a pretty even game. The Swans just at times looked that little bit more polished, sitting 6-1 as opposed to Richmond's 1-6. That's probably the only difference at the moment, just a bit of polish on the outside.
Hampson slipped past Tippett and then slapped it down in the Dustin Martin direction. Even Dustin couldn't break free of that tackle. He's a master at doing exactly that. So let's have a look at this ball up. Dustin again, Parker involved. First game of Hiscox, there he is, trying to take clean possession. Couldn't quite get his hand on the ball. Hanbury's been really impressive. So too Delidio. He had 15 in the first quarter, Lids, and he finds an early one again to Brandon Ellis.
Had it on a string then, Delidio. Rance now won't get the benefit of being able to relax with a mark, so he kicks backwards to Batchelor. The switch is on and completed, but not to any loose man effect, so wouldn't mind betting they'll be tempted to go back the other way now. Short ball here to Corey Ellis. Corey Ellis wide. Gee, that's a good kick to Morris. Morris immediately takes off now. Needs to hit the target. He does in Rewalt. Rewalt a long way from goal. Got Hampson one out, long and deep. Tippett beat him to the fall of the ball there. Hampson now arrives. Good tackle by Tippett. Trent Cotchin, interested onlooker, the skipper.
Should be back next week, Trent Cotchin. Little fracture in his cheekbone.
It's a bit of ball movement there for the Tigers. They hit up the lead to Jack Rewalt and are able to transition it pretty well. Now they've got an opportunity. Dustin Martin looks dangerous tonight. Around the body, couldn't quite get the bend on it that he was after, but they are getting chances early in this game, the Tigers.
They are indeed, Das. McVeigh, that's a good kick to Hanbury. He can carry the footy, and Heaney's out as well if he can get the length in the kick. Did well, Batchelor, to work back. Now Rance is under real pressure. Stiff arms, Heaney, but got him, Heaney. Good tackle. Franklin's now out, and he goes in that direction. The help comes from Morris, but a good mark taken by Buddy Franklin.
You could see Rance screaming there after the holding the ball was paid. He knew Franklin was out. He was screaming for a teammate to cover. Morris did well to get across, but that's just strong hands from Buddy Franklin, and he loves this position, BT.
This to join Stephen Kernahan on 738 all-time goals, and this is his favourite side with the left, strangely enough. Distance shouldn't be too much of a problem. Struck it well. How beautiful is that? He joins Stephen Kernahan on 738 and has 3.
It shouldn't be the favourite position, that one there on the ground for Buddy, but it is. He loves it from out there. Left foot out to the boundary line. which doesn't really suit his arc, you wouldn't think, but he
Makes sense, does it?
Yeah, he kicks them from there all the time. Terrific contested mark.
Gives it plenty of leverage, Das. Gets outside the footy. And that shouldn't happen from that position for a left footer, but it does so often.
Averaging 4 goals a game this year, the most he has since 2008. He's already got 3 in very early stages of this match. They need to get the clearance. Edwards is going to stream out of the centre. The kick wasn't really well weighted. And Rampy able to get back and clean it up without too many dramas.
Don't forget the tackle Isaac Heaney put on Alex Rance out there, which created that goal for Buddy. Terrific pressure.
Gee, Buddy, that's 738. He's going to kick 1,000 career goals. Only 5 players have done that in the history of the game, and I reckon
he should get there, shouldn't he, if he stays fit?
Well, he's got 6 years to go on the contract or something of that nature. Here's Chaplin, free kick against Sinclair.
Tough for another player to ever get to 1,000.
Inside 50. Pushed out of the way was Lloyd, and Hanbury did well. Some good one-on-ones here, the Tigers. Are they close enough? Gee, Heaney's so good overhead. Brandon Ellis did well. Batchelor also doing really well. Little side ball to Miles. Can they go quickly here, the Tigers? Miles with a little one to present up to Rioli. No, it's in fact Lloyd. Sam Lloyd takes the mark down low. A little bit too far for him, maybe. 55 out. Will test his capabilities, and Richards, last line of defence.
It'll frustrate Damien Hardwick. You really
don't like goal line kicks, coaches.
Nah, not at all. So now Sinclair comes up. Chaplin in close attention. They keep it momentarily inside forward 50, which is a good result. Reefed out of the hands by Mitchell. He sets Jake Lloyd the task to go and chase it, which he does, and then an up and under. Will it stay in? Towers got there, and it's out of bounds on the full. So Taylor Hunt. Chips one's back to Batchelor, gets it back, Taylor Hunt. So they've had a fair bit of possession, the Tigers. Can they make the most of well done Hampson in front of Tippett?
Gave it off here to Lloyd. Good centering ball from Lloyd. Rewalt caught behind. Keeps his feet though. Did really well, Jack. Hanbury squirted the handball. What about the handball from McVeigh? How quick and slick was that? Now Rampy's under pressure. Got back to his feet. Well done, Sydney. Out of trouble once again. Smith or are they? Did really well, Lloyd. Sinclair now round the body. Somehow they've worked it all the way to the wing. They've been under pressure on every possession. Here's Martin, went and got it. Taylor Hunt now, coughed it up. Parker needs to get rid of it, did. Found the boundary line. Now a decision for the umpire. And he says deliberate and correct decision.
So again, some good moments in this game for the Tigers. They're winning some good contests up against a super talented team, the Sydney Swans. They look incredibly dangerous when they go forward. Can they work this one through the corridor? Oh, the Chaplin kick really was dangerous.
Well, Richmond have had 5 inside 50s to 1 this quarter, but just that last kick hasn't worked for them.
But he's waved the big arm up and just said, get it down to me. Rance in good position, and Chaplin did well. Franklin did even better to bring it to ground. Mitchell picked it up, not preferred. Shot at goal was always to the right-hand side.
Gee, Chaplin looked like he needed to be a little bit stronger standing there with the body. He was lucky to get away with that.
They're very lucky, needed to hold that mark.
So Deledio now. High footy. Underneath it was Hampson. Now Martin a chance. Corralled it nicely. Kick back inside is dangerous, but not if it comes off. It's in a really good position for them. And now Rewalt, who's working really high to get his possessions at the moment. Short ball into Rance, centre half back.
Play on!
Rance didn't want to go up the middle. Batchelor was there, went wide and found Taylor Hunt. He goes wide and finds Brandon Ellis. So now Ellis looking for someone inside there.
Play on!
But forced to kick down the line. So good defence from Sydney, forcing this kick. High ball on the head of Grundy. Vickery was there. Matey Murnett. Rioli went to the ground level ball. Rampy working hard. Some support in there coming from Lloyd.
Thanks, boys. Thanks, Dan.
Tell you what, they're so impressive, Sydney, when they have to apply their team defence. They get across and they guard space as well as any team I've seen this year. Miles Handball a little too hot for Ellis, and now this is Mills who's going to drive it forward. Rance in good position. Franklin pushed him out.
Richmond.
And the free kick go the way of Rance. So it's a really good one-on-one contest, isn't it? Buddy versus Rance. Look at Delidio working overtime. He's had his own footy tonight, Lids. This will be possession number 19.
He's having a big night. That was gut running that got him that possession there.
Short one to Grigg.
That's the thing he pointed out early. There's not a lot of stoppages in this game, and at the moment, players are just out everywhere here. There's some tired boys. They just haven't been able to get any relief with a couple of stoppages.
No, it's been one of those games, and now this is the Tigers just trying to pick their way through the Sydney zone. You get a good look at what has been challenging for them. Edwards pushes up. Now he wants to come back in board, but for all the possession, they're still in the defensive part of the ground.
And what's happened is there are players now on the bench that have just been stuck there. They're all yelling, trying to get on the ground. But Sydney, of course, have got to keep defending these short kicks. And the players can't get on the ground. They can't get any rotations either.
So Flostone now under pressure. He's coughed it up by hand. The Swans might make them pay. Sinclair, well done, Chaplin. He went back and made a good contest of it. Papley gets involved. Taylor Hunt. Flostone again. Took the leads out of Papley, and they'll be pretty happy to just get a bit of respite here, Richo.
Yeah, Richmond there had 6 or 7 kicks in a row. Kick mark, kick mark. They didn't really go anywhere. And
Not going forward with it, are they?
They didn't make any meterage in the ground, and it was turned over eventually.
Sinclair, Grigg. Beautiful handball, Alice. Brandon it was to Edwards. Rewalt getting plenty of the ball in roughly this position on the ground around the wings. And that's going to bounce forward for the run. No, it didn't. Bounced over the top of Rioli. Pushed off the ball by Rampy. Well done by him. McVeigh was looking to go corridor. Does with the left now. Risky kick. Mitchell ran over the top of it. All Alice needed to do was keep his feet on that occasion. Now to Hanbury, short ball. So this will be a Sydney ball here. I think it'll be a free kick going Sinclair's way. Down the field free. Now Buddy explodes on the short lead. Sinclair ignores that and goes long. A high ball. Heaney was there. So was Parker. Now Morris got to beat them all and goes low and won the free again, Morris. He's done that 2 or 3 times tonight and he's really good at it.
BT, I sense that the Richmond tactic tonight is purely one of denying Sydney the ball. They're worried about Sydney's scoring power, all their star players. I reckon they're thinking, if we can just kick mark and control the ball a little bit, at least then we won't get heavily scored against and we're a chance in this game.
Had a lot of success last year, Lingy, doing exactly that against really good sides, and we've seen them with a lot of possession. Oh, it's a risky kick from Taylor Hunt, and he got lucky, landed in the lap of Chaplin, so unconventional play, but they might come off Corey Ellis. This is the first gamer. Hiscox, kick round the body, and Papley sandwiched between a couple of Tigers. Jaden Short will go back and pick it up. He's got a target he likes further afield. Menadue just goes across. He dropped one he should have marked. Handled it into the head of Richards. Now Mills, one of their academy young guns, picks it up. Committed the body. The first gamer got back involved. Hiscox, hard-footed, he won. Griffiths wrapped up in a strong tackle. That was Hewitt. And so just a few little mistakes again. Menadue should have taken the mark and they couldn't get through.
Yeah, Richmond had taken 41 marks to Sydney's 18.
Griffiths 2 or 3 efforts in a row there as well. Won this down, got it to Flostone. Just had time to bang it on the boot, got it in a dangerous spot. Sydney, Rampy again, doing a good job in the back half. McVeigh with an inch-perfect kick there. Picked up nicely in the end by Lloyd. He comes back inside, looks for Jack, the runner, and McVeigh outside. Could have gone short to Cunningham, went the longer one to Buddy, tried to scoop it up with the one hand, pursued by Rance. Rance got him but kept the arms free. Well done, Buddy. Little selling to the candy there. Umpire calls play on. Round the corner, Hewitt this way, that away. They're forcing them backwards. Now Mitchell forward to a one-on-one in the square. Heaney did really well against Batchelor. Now Heaney tackled in a front-on tackle. And a really strong passage of play, and what a tackle that was by Grimes to complete the play.
Straight back.
They went up pretty well there, the Tigers' defence. Some tough one-on-one contests, and they didn't relent. They've still got their work cut out here, deep inside. Attack the Swans. Martin, he ran straight into Cunningham. He said, get out of my way. I'm too strong for you. Did it well. Rewalt went the little toe poker. Nick Smith dispossessed. Rioli, what can he do? Got it back to Rewalt. Advantage has been paid. Little left footer was a good one, and they're in good position here.
Yeah, opportunity in the middle of the ground. Didn't want to go, Lloyd. Don't know why. Didn't want to go quick.
He didn't have much to go to, BT. He had Vickery outnumbered inside forward 50.
Taylor Hunt out wide. Now an opportunity for Corey Ellis. Finds Rewalt, who was involved further behind the play with the ball, so he's done well.
His work rate was outstanding then, Rewalt.
Short ball to Deledio, just edged out of the way by Jack, and now Jack back to his feet. Short ball, not 15. Cunningham's got to go, and he does. High footy, one-on-one. Rance and Franklin, this is what we want. Franklin wins that one down. Support from Ellis was good. And Buddy's third high tackle of the game. Very, very aggressive. Love to see it.
How good are the contests between those two, Franklin and Rance?
Rioli now, the beneficiary of all that, tries a bullet into Vickery. Didn't get there on the full. Lloyd went, so did Parker. McVeigh head over the footy. Hot footy now. Here's Jones. Zach Jones, what does he do? Goes sideways with the footy. Sydney under all sorts of pressure, but find their way through here, and this is Hiscox.
Tell you what, the heat has gone up in this game in the last 5 or 6 minutes. It's pretty brutal stuff out there at the moment. Look at that kick. Superbly weighted to Mitchell, and now they might slice them open here, the Swans. Lloyd, this is Jake Lloyd for Sydney, takes a bounce, streaming down the southern stand wing side, and inboard Mills. So after a bit of a deadlock, Richo, the classy kick in defence has broken that wide apart.
It had to work for one team eventually on an inside 50. The ball's just been going up and down with no stoppages. There's some tired boys, but look at this poise here. Had to look up, cut inboard, and kicked it beautifully to young Callum Mills.
Callum Mills, an academy selection for Sydney, yet to kick a goal in AFL football in the famous number 14. He couldn't quite get it online.
Be a relief for the players here to have a behind kicked.
Yeah, get a spell. Yeah. By the way, Mills, some say, similar to Bucks at the same age, and apparently the love child of the president, Andrew Pridham, say many of the players. So always nice to be on the pres or the chairman's good side.
Especially when he signs the checks, BT.
Here is Edwards through the middle of the ground. Flostone was able to control a difficult ball. Laidler wrapped him up. Edwards really fleet of foot, great evasive skills. And what about that for a kick to Lloyd? And Lloyd is comfortable from here.
Not happy, Johnny Longmire. That was a good kick, though, from Shane Edwards. So 2 good kicks in a row inside 50. Jake Lloyd down one end, Shane Edwards at the other. This man here is probably the best set shot at goal Richmond have at the moment.
And boy, there's a Moz.
There's a big Moz there.
45 out off a couple of steps, Richo.
It's just ridiculous, the Moz, isn't it? Happens every time.
And John Longmire, I thought he might have been relieved.
How's Johnny Blakey going there next to him at the moment?
What about poor Stewie Dew and Josh Franco in front of him? I reckon they'd be feeling the heat down the back of their collar.
He is fired right up tonight, Horse Longmire. Feeling the pressure. This is Hewitt from half back. He chips one, and it looks as though Batchelor's got it covered. Read it really nicely. On the boot, and Horse has gone berserk. He wants to toss someone out of the box tonight. It's often the games that you feel like you should win, that you're in control of, that just sends coaches completely off their heads.
The Horse Whisperer, he certainly isn't, Das.
Not tonight. Look at that kick from Deledio.
Need a Horse Whisperer up in the box then at the moment.
Disposal number 21 for Brett Deledio. And again, this is what Lingy's picked up. They're really going into that marked possession, deny the Swans of footy.
So only go forward, Lingy, if it's absolutely clear-cut.
Yeah, and because Sydney, they average the 3rd most possessions in the competition this season. So Richmond, clearly the tactic is don't let the ball get in the hands of those Sydney players. Don't let them slice it open.
So, Lingy, do you like the tactic or not?
Given where Richmond is on the ladder and given their form, then they've given themselves the best opportunity of winning this game by playing this way. So I don't mind it. It's not my preferred way of playing, but when you haven't got the guns out there to be able to blast through a team like Sydney, then yep, play to your strengths. No worries at all.
11 touches for Jack Riewoldt. High ball for Griffith. She needed to glove that. Laidler with a real slick ball to Papley, and now McVeigh up the middle. Kick missed the target. Greig's got to go. Pushed it brilliantly to the advantage of Morris. Starting to do the little things here, the Tigers at the moment. Grimes has got it on the wing. And once again,
So frustrating for Sydney at the moment. We can see that frustration in the coach's box as well.
Edwards thought about Martin, but went the longer ball out wide and found Deledio. Almost within Deledio's range here. Difficult kick. Deledio doesn't try it. Goes top of the square. High footy. Grundy there. Griffiths there as well. Laidler did well. Really careful. That was a classic case of not wanting to be forced to kick it wide and risk the out of bounds deliberately. And as a result, mark has been taken by Corey Ellis.
Got to admire the work rate here of the Tigers too, though, BT. They are really contesting hard. They're running hard, and I feel like this would be reward for their effort.
We've played 18 minutes, nearly 19. Just one goal kicked by Sydney. Franklin's third. Corey Ellis steps to the plate. Tigers in desperate need of some reward for their work. Kick is a big miss. A really, really big miss. I thought that was nearly out of bounds on the full, but the umpire is going to give him the behind.
So this quarter, they're scoring 1 goal to Sydney, 0-4 the Tigers. But bizarrely, you feel as though Damien Hardwick will feel as though that is a good result. 14 points is the margin. Important minutes now before half-time. Again, under pressure. Parker tried to just strong arm his way through. He got it back. He's Clark-Lugway handball to Lloyd, and now Hiscox couldn't quite gather it. Picked up by Ellis. Martin's going to just find a way through heavy traffic. The kick was well weighted. The little man Jaden Short looks down the ground. He's got Griffiths out the back, not in bad position. Grundy went back, and I think he's given away a free kick. He has, so here we go.
That's where the ball's going, mate.
No.
That's
You
where the ball's
knock it to
going.
the ground and then go for the flight, okay?
The explanation there, you can hear he's Grundy saying, well, that's where the ball's going, mate. What do you want me to do? And his explanation was you knock Griffiths to the ground. So the free kick, this is a big opportunity here for the Tigers. 3 minutes remaining until half-time. He's been pretty quiet, Ben Griffiths. Simply has to kick it, and he just sneaks it in. So the Tigers are back within 8 points. Yeah, big play. They've really competed strongly in this last 15 minutes.
Good result for him, Das. Really good.
And all of a sudden, the Sydney Swans, who have looked really dominant, have got something serious to think about at half-time.
So goal apiece in this second quarter. Going very good, the Tigers. The free there. So probably if he kept his eye on the footy, he might nearly have got away with it. Just looks at the footy now after committing the free. Back in the middle, Tippett wins the knockdown, but look how desperate the Tigers are underneath. Martin, who's been really good in this game. High ball, here's Griffiths again. This time in front off hands. Edwards did well. Released the ball out the back there. Who's on the end of it? Riewoldt, Deledio. Fast hands, Menadue. Miles, they're all there. They're lining up the Tigers. Miles tries to thread the needle to Ellis. And Brandon Ellis takes the mark. This to get the Tigers within 2. Good kick by Miles. So the Tigers now starting to conjure up opportunities and get some reward for their work. And Miles has been real good. Look at his desperation in and under there, and then got involved further down the track as well with the kick ultimately, and here it is. Got back onto his preferred side. Ellis marked it well. Punt road end, normally a good kick, no exception here. Tigers have got consecutive goals here and are back within 2 points. So Brandon Ellis Up forward, led strongly. Miles, good kick. Down by just 2 points here now, the Tigers. Shortish quarter, 22. It's going to go, what, 23, 24, 25 minutes. Just a goal apiece kicked in it.
Important goal for Richmond there. Brandon Ellis very, very happy. Well, we spoke about the tactic of just trying to control the ball. 41 marks to only 9 for Sydney. You asked BT, I thought it was a good idea. It's certainly working at the moment. Richmond playing it very well.
Yeah, starting to win the centre clearances too, Lingy, and they go forward again off the boot of Delidio. Leading the race is the man who kicked the last goal, Ellis. He's going to be able to scoop it back now to Grigg, who pops it inside 50. Griffiths in good position, back with the flight lay. The free kick, Richmond, I think. Oh, what about this for a finish to the first half? It is all Tigers. And the Richmond fans out of their chairs. And amazingly, Ben Griffiths a chance to put the Tigers in front. So Grundy, little tug. Boy. Seemed to be a huge amount in it. Well, there's the left arm potentially.
Oh, boy.
So Griffith, what's he done? He makes no mistake. 3 in a row to the Tigers, and they are in front. So if you thought the horse wasn't happy a couple of minutes ago, he's less than pleased now. And you might just stay clear of him, I reckon, at half-time if you're a Sydney player. You're getting right out of his way, but well done to Richmond. They have taken up the challenge, come in with a specific game plan. So far, so good.
3 goals and 8 kicks, and boy, it's almost a non-contact game, I reckon, if you pay that. 3 goals and 8 kicks for the Tigers. They've kicked the last 3. They lead for the first time in the game by 4 points here now. Under a minute remaining in this quarter. Delidio tries to crash his way through. Now, did he take him on? Got rid of the footy anyway. Hanbury went and got it. Knocked out on the tackle. Umpire says incorrect disposal. Grigg, so a really good patch of footy here. All of their goals in this quarter have come in the time-on period. Grigg, low ball. Griffiths marks again. Brandon Ellis says immediately you kick the goal because he is a thumping kick.
He's within range, Bristol, no doubt about it. This is one thing this man can do really well. Distance will not be an issue.
For 3 goals in 5 minutes to this man. He'll have some adrenaline associated with this kick. Griffiths on the way, good-looking ball, drifting a little right, just misses. And that will conclude the half.
What a massive contest that looks like. Start the second half.
The Tigers lead by less than a goal. Tippett and Hampson going at it in the middle. Edwards stripped of the footy by a good tackle from Heaney. Fast hands again, Hanbury, intercept there. Heaney, great handball out wide to Rampy. Rampy, normally a really good kick, and that's a ripper to the chest of Sinclair. Thought about Buddy, wanted it wide, he was running onto his left. Sinclair into the goal square, high ball, Mitchell was there, and the help was good from Grigg.
Can do it all, Isaac. Started in the centre square, a couple of quick possessions for him. He's just got clean hands. Off the deck, picks it up cleanly, and just gets the ball. It was a risky one.
Too late, 50, mate.
50.
Just late.
Well, in the end, it was pretty well weighted from Grigg. It just got over the fingernail of Luke Parker. And your heart in your mouth if you're a Tigers supporter, but
Go out.
bit of eye contact. So Flostone now to Lloyd. This is Sam Lloyd for the Tigers. He looks up, and that's what they've been prepared to do so far in this game. Be patient, try and hit a leading target. He pulls the trigger a bit further. Delidio, look at the strength and the class. He protected the space beautifully, Richo.
Yeah, Sam Lloyd, the kicker there, he was waiting, and Delidio actually didn't want to lead. He had 25 metres of grass in front of him, and he just wanted the kick put into space so he can do exactly that. hold his man off and then just fall into a chest mark. And in the end, it was a really good kick from Lloyd.
All-Australian last year for the second time. 25 first-half possessions for Delidio. Perfect start to the second half if he can kick this, and he's just pushed it. So if you're disappointed in that, Brett Delidio, what a difference he is making to this side. He missed the first 5 games of the year with a quad injury, and they are very much a better team with him back.
Amazing the amount of goals that are missed to the right at that end there. Ball down the line here from Sinclair. High ball. Chaplin there's dropped 2 or 3 really easy marks in this game. Grigg. Now Martin being dynamic again. Little ball into the middle of the ground. The class tells. Talk about class. This man's got plenty of it. Edwards back to Martin. Good ball. Mark taken here by Short. So Short thinks he's within range. Plays on, and look at that in the pocket. Well, good. Well spotted. Lloyd. Rampy asked his teammates the question, what was going on behind me?
Yeah, Lloyd was able to just wander back to the goal square and just had no attention at all from the Sydney Swans backman. John Longmire would not be happy with that defence.
Important he guides the ball down steady here, because it won't have time to work on the footy. And that's what I mean. It doesn't have time to have its natural bend. It's just from that distance, you've got to kick it straight.
Well, Richmond have dominated since halfway through that second quarter. 3 points in a row now, all from set shots. And what normally happens in this situation is the Swans will go down the other end and get a goal. You've got to make the most of your opportunities.
Might make amends here. Lloyd, he did well to partially smother the footy. They get another chance. Short will pick this up. It's a perfect opportunity for the little man, and he has just missed. So again,
just a bit of referred pressure there. He had more time than Short to steady and kick that goal. He thought he was under the pump.
He kicked 3 goals on debut against the Pies in round 2. He kicked a couple last week, Jaden Short, so he'll be disappointed with that.
Quite a few Richmond behinds on that Tiger sheet just there. Martin, that was really nicely done. Just a little bit behind now. The give and go. Hampson and Griffiths combine. Pops it up. Gives them all a chance here. Rampy flew defensively. Offhand. Lloyd skipped around one. Right foot snap. Opens it up. Tigers extend the margin. 4 Richmond goals in a row now.
Yeah, class finish from Sam Lloyd. Missed a couple of set shots tonight. He normally is a sharp shooter. Didn't have time to think about that one. It was all instinct. The quick snap around the corner. And they needed that goal, the Tigers, because they are having a period of real dominance in this game. The Swans will get their turn, so you've got to make the most of it.
So Lloyd there, around the body, did it nicely, no doubt about that. And didn't he enjoy the moment? Tigers by 13 points.
Well, they were dominant in clearances last quarter. The Tigers 9-1, and they're winning it again in the middle of the ground. Edwards fell over, Flotstone sliding in, Parker upended by Martin. So really good pressure from the Tigers. Look at Hanbury crack in, hard-footed be one, and well done, Dan Hanbury.
That's what happens, Das, when you are hard at the footy. You know, you get free kicks.
He springs to his feet, Hanbury, and now sends him inside 50. Free kick's going to go the way of Buddy. It was an off-the-ball job. Grant's not arguing too ferociously.
The umpire had a really good look at it. Darcy was in the right position. You can't do that as a defender. Clearly a free kick, and the umpire had a perfect view of that.
Almost a bit of a brain fade there from Rant. So Buddy had 3 at the 2-minute mark of the second quarter for goal number 4. Franklin has just snuck it home. 4 goals to Buddy.
He's fired up, Buddy Franklin, and he's keeping his side in it. He's averaged 4 goals a game this year. He's kicked 4 of their 7 tonight. And he just held up on the lead there, and it was an unnecessary free kick from Alex Rance. The Swans needed that because Richmond have had a real period here in this game.
Buddy Franklin there getting plenty of the footy. He has kicked 4 goals 7 times already this year.
He's been remarkably consistent this year.
Sensational start. Franklin with his 4th, down by 7. Mitchell now out of the middle, Tip it, high footy. Here comes Franklin again. Bouncer's going to beat them all here. Franklin's got the run of the ball. This time Rance has got him. Threw it down on the ground, buddy. Not sure how you call that if you're an umpire, but the umpire's decided not to call it. Hey, Lingy, you mentioned perfectly about how Richmond were controlling and playing this game. Do they throw that away a little now and start to attack it more, or do they stay with the possession game?
Stay with the tactic, BT, for sure. It's been working. We've seen it work in that second quarter. Even the start of this third quarter, it's still there. But Sydney are going to be better at defending it, so they've got to be braver with sticking to that tactic.
I've turned this one over again. The Swans, McVeigh drives them deep inside 50. Parker and Grimes. Important player, Dylan Grimes, in this side, Richo. He's just very capable in the one-on-ones as a defender.
He can play on a tall or a smaller player, Dylan Grimes.
Sends it out from the kick in the Delidio direction. But the first man on the scene to lend support was McVeigh, and he is more than capable of finding a target. In fact, he's been going 88% by foot this year, Jared McVeigh, and he finds Mitchell.
Well, Tommy Mitchell hasn't had his best night, only 9 disposals. Average is 28. He's a ball magnet, always has been.
Yeah, great opportunity for Tom Mitchell. Not a prolific goal kicker as a rule, but this one within his capacity gave it a good ride, and then, as you saw, 3/4 the way up, struck the left-hand goalpost.
BT, just to add to your question as well, I will say this: if Sydney are playing even harder up on their men trying to stop those marks, Richmond will get opportunities perhaps to get out over the back. So Richmond need to sense a time to go fast. If they've gone kick mark, controlling the ball, but then Sydney, they've managed to get someone out because somebody's made a poor decision defensively from Sydney, they can then go fast. They've got to be able to be smart and weigh up those decisions.
Good crowd, as you could see in that shot there before. 36,000 here. Here's Buddy. Little handball over the top. Heaney went really hard. Flostone rips it. No one between he and the goal, basically. That's why he had to go backwards and look for some help. Greg now placed it magnificently for Griffiths. Up he goes with the one hand. Who was that Sydney player? It was Richards. He did so well. Lloyd tried to sell some foot candy. Griffiths around the corner. High ball. Tigers on the attack. Sinclair under real pressure. Flostone again. Snap misses. The lot.
Did he do the Kevin Bartlett handball out in front there, Nick Floston, through the middle of the ground?
Had a bit of KB about it.
I think he just lost control of it, but had a little bit of KB about it.
It's exciting to see Flostone in the midfield. He spent most of his 65-game career, 67 tonight, in fact, as a half-back flanker. He looks capable. Franklin's led up really nicely, turns around. This is the first game of Hiscox. He's got some time and space. Morris closed that down quickly. The kick from the first gamer just across the face.
Gee, that was an attacking piece. That kick, yeah, from defence back across the ground from the Swans. A low 50-metre kick just opened up the whole ground for them.
Who was it? I think it might have been Cunningham, was it?
It was a magnificent kick.
So here's Rance, who worked up on Franklin. Then he realised he had to concede, and he got back to try and help out. Richmond by less than a goal here. Rance down the line. High footy, up they fly. Big fly, couldn't quite bring it in. Rampy went up with the one paw. Here's Lloyd, done really well tonight for the Tigers. Just props, great control. Really good poise. Really good poise, and now the kick needs to be good, and it's not. Looking to get them moving up the middle here. Buddy Franklin took a little too long. Ball was smothered. I think it was by Rioli. Now the ground level ball to be won by the Tigers. They do again. Opportunity for Ellis. Corey Ellis goes inside 50 and finds Martin. Justin Martin will line up for his second.
Big smother there on the Franklin kick on the 50-metre line. He was launching that 50 metres down the middle of the ground. Rioli, they have a habit of doing those sort of things to Riolis. That was a big smother because it allowed Richmond to win it back. And he's a smart user, Corey Ellis, probably the best part of his game.
He's guided the ball down straight here, Martin. In he comes. Only a kick at 20 metres, and he too hasn't been able to get it on the boot in a nice straight fashion. Big opportunity missed. Goal apiece in the third.
It's infectious. Last night in Adelaide, the Cats did the same thing, couldn't convert.
Turnover on again. Mills missed the target. Griggs got a short one in Vickery. So well played, Richmond.
Right, they've had 4 set shots here this quarter, and they've all missed to the right. Vickery has to go at the left post here, BT. You've been saying it all night down that end.
Yep.
There's the big turnover on a kick in.
4-9 they've kicked from set shots tonight, the Tigers.
He simply has to kick this, Ty Vickery.
Yep,
That's what he's paid to do. No angle to worry about. It's a perfect night here. No wind.
Moving on. Hold
Just
the
needs to
position
steer
now.
this one straight through. Big moment here in this match, you feel. Vickery from 40 metres directly in front, and he has absolutely shanked it off the side of the boot. The skipper looks on. 4-10, or in fact out of bounds on the full. No, it was 4-10 from set shot kicks, BT, and that simply will come back to bite you.
And the Swans are 4-3 from their set shots tonight. So there's a bit of a differential there. Sydney have got it out the back here. An opportunity for them to run. Lloyd was able to set it up. Nice ball in here. Jack to the advantage of Buddy. Now he's got to do it. Rance did well. Made some contact. Rushes the ball away from Franklin. Bites off plenty by going up the middle. Perhaps he would have been better to go wide. Heaney gathers the ball. Sold the hand candy. Little chip kick now. McVeigh under Greek pressure. McVeigh ground level. Wanted the ball out. Hanbury's ball was smothered. Going in high. Tackle against Chaplin. It'll be a Swans 3 from 35.
Thanks, boys. Right in. Let him up.
Kick will go to Hewitt.
Yeah, clear free kick.
Straight back.
And what always happens in football is when you miss 4 or 5 chances at the other end, you'd almost put your house on this being a goal. It happens so often. Teams that don't take their chances when they get them are made to pay.
Hewitt, young boy from a farm in South Australia. A chance to tie up the scores here. Kick of only 35 metres or so. Punt road end. On the way, looks really good. Scores a level.
And there's the frustration. No wonder coaches get stressed out and have their moments, because there's nothing a coach can do about that. The team just continually blows chances and the opposition go down and make you pay. Nice finish from a young player away from home at the MCG. Drilled it.
Hewitt, good reaction after nailing a big goal.
It's been goalless only once in his 6 games this year, Georgie Hewitt, and hits the scoreboard again. Can the Tigers just find a way? Again, well done, Dustin Martin. It's a big play.
Stay there.
It is deflating, missing goals, but they've got a real opportunity here tonight. The Tigers worked underneath the footy by Richards, was Rewalt. No free kick doing. Lloyd and Smith. Smith got back to Mills and happy to walk that one over. So they've got to reset again here, the Tigers. They know that they are really challenging this great Sydney team tonight. It's desperate to hit the scoreboard again. Hampson in front of Tippett. Really well done to Miles. Tried to take on the Hewitt tackle. Sold Menadue under a bit of pressure. They link up via hand. Parker went back into traffic. Good tackle from Rewalt. They wanted holding the footy. In fact, I think Floston thought it was. Now Miles, left foot chipping ball to the goal square. And Grundy in the box seat took a good mark.
Might come back though, because Batchelor's got the body position here and they've got the numbers, the Tigers, but they've got to beat Heaney. Heaney did really well. Towers with a little bit of toe, retreated slightly. Back to Heaney. Really well done, Sydney, to win that one. Franklin over the top of Rance. And will that be 50?
One thing the Swans have done is they've cut Richmond's mark numbers right down. They've taken away the opportunity for Richmond to hold on to possession this quarter.
Franklin winds up, a little pass will smother on that, so there will be no marking attempt. Floston will do well to find the boundary line. Did well, Papley, tried to turn him inside out. Boundary throw, heat's gone up. Was this holding the ball or not? The tackle by Rewalt failed to make contact.
Absolutely 100% holding the footy. So got away with one there, the Swans. And the scores level. Great contest this game. Free kick to Hampson. Got his big frame in front. Menadue's got lightning speed. Decides to launch from half-back. Vickery and Grundy. They've been head-to-head all night. Well played, Vickery.
Let's jump up. Stay there.
They stream forward, the Tigers. He's got to be accurate by a foot. Revolt presents from behind. Richards did well. What can Rioli do? Goes to ground. Gets surrounded by Swans. Mitchell. Laidler works back. Mills. Good tackle again. Jack Revolt. Work rate from that man is outstanding. He looks up again and says...
It's no priority. He made an attempt.
Made an attempt, but...
He tried to handball, Jack.
Doesn't matter, he didn't handball.
That's right, he tried to handball, but he didn't handball.
It's almost as though that free kick has gone, that you don't really have to make correct disposal of the ball. It's an interesting change in interpretation.
I thought it might have been knocked out in the tackle. Anyway, we move on. Morris, Papley corralling there.
That second one, guys, I don't mind that one. It's a free kick here to Richmond. I don't mind that one not being called because he didn't have prior opportunity. The first one, though, that you showed the replay of, that was definitely holding the ball. Jack Rewalt, his work rate is massive inside that forward line. Not getting the rewards yet for the marks and shots at goal, but he's certainly trying to lift his teammates with all the little one percenters.
Gee, Foston's been good tonight, so is this man here, Martin, tried to be a little cute there, and the numbers were not good in the advantage of the Tigers. Cunningham, nice little kick to Franklin. Can he get back on his left? Spearing past to tip it on the lead. Took his man towards goal and then double-backed on him. And did it very well to create the space between he and his defender.
Yeah, nice kick from Franklin. Not sure what Dusty's decision there was. He's a 60-metre kick of the ball, and he was under the pump there. He had his time again. He would kick at 60, and this was smart. Franklin just waited. It was an easy lead for a forward. He just had to double back on his opponent, then tip it, and Franklin knew exactly what he was going to do.
Hasn't kicked one tonight. This one from 50 metres out. Tip it on the way. Good looking kick. Great kick. Well done. Swans by a goal. So 3 consecutive goals here in the third quarter to give the Swans a lead of 6 points.
Yeah, taking their chances when they presented themselves to Sydney Swans. And they're back in control of this game. Can the Tigers answer now? The Swans did their homework at half-time. They've cut out the uncontested marks that Richmond were taking, and now they're back in control. Basher Hawley, a casualty at training yesterday. Hurt his wrist, I believe. Big Ivan Marek, who played VFL today.
Tippett, Hampson, 2 massive men do battle. Kieran Jack, a little fumble, opens the door for Miles. Hanbury came in and met him front on. Look at that contest.
So the Swans at half-time were down in the clearance count, but in this quarter they've won the ball around the clearances. They've taken away Richmond's uncontested marks, and they're back in control.
You just knew that the Swans were going to come out and take up the challenge again. Have this young Tiger outfit got it. Menadue fell over as he kicked. Did pretty well in the end to get any purchase on it. Grigg couldn't quite gather it. Papley came through. He's been quiet tonight. Hanbury, though, back to Richards. Awkward bouncing footy. Batchelor went and attacked it nicely. Through came Parker.
Sydney.
Advantage has been paid. One-on-one. We love this battle. Look at Rance. Look at Franklin. Buddy, the second attempt. Couldn't quite do it. Rance worked him off the footy nicely. So a big win there to the defender.
What a duel. That is as good a duel as we've had this year. 2 desperate players, both in form. Here's an opportunity out the back door. Hanbury gathers possession. Little chip around the corner, a little too heavy for Hiscox. Spilling ball. Menadue. And they'll do well. I just wonder whether Richmond, Lingy, have been caught up in the hype of this game and are starting to play quicker than they have for most of the game now. And
it's almost BT like they're still looking for that short kick, but Sydney are right up on them. They're not giving them any space at all. So those kicks are to 50-50s now. They're not just the obvious uncontested kicks to marks. So they've got to adjust now. Maybe the longer option is the better option at different times. Stop coughing it up with short 50-50s.
Sinclair into the middle, and here's Grundy now from back. Here's Franklin on the lead. Strong hands! Hitting the ball at that speed. Ball coming the other way. Difficult to do as a big forward. And Buddy at 55 metres as well within range.
Yeah, he's completely within his range. That was a dart of a kick, and that is as good a mark as you'll take on a lead. He was running flat out with extreme heat from Rance. This is a fascinating battle to watch, because they're getting a lot of one-on-one opportunities tonight. We're getting to see 2 guys go at it one-on-one.
Franklin from 55 metres! says, what about me? I'm Buddy and I've got 5 tonight.
The Tigers fans, they're going, gee, how good's this man, Buddy Franklin? 5 goals, putting in a sensational season, and I'm just really enjoying this one-on-one battle that they're having tonight. Not a lot of third man in assistance for Rance. It's just one-on-one between 2 guns.
Oh, there it is.
I'm number 1.
The number 1 salute, and he is just loving life at the moment. What a great story. The end of last year, I'm sure about where his future was in the game in many respects. He's bounced back, has the number 1 forward. Chapman takes a good mark. So it's 4 goals in a row to the Swans. They've really denied this outlet kick, as Rich Onlinger pointed out. Griffiths came up, and Zach Jones is going to retrieve it. Got a good shepherd from Richards. Spears another one to the edge of 50. Towers got a good bounce. Will take Batchelor on. Kick around the body. Here's Franklin again. Rance did super well. Great defensive effort.
Have a look at this from the last goal here. The runner or the water boy come up, has a bit of a smile and says, I've got Buddy on my team. I can't lose as the water boy. And he says, look at Buddy drinking my water. How good is that? He was excited to be delivering a drink to Buddy. Griffiths. And you've got to like the passion of those guys. Little one around the corner here now with Brandon Ellis.
How was that last contest again?
Yeah.
Franklin and Rance. Franklin at full speed. Rance with a great spoil on him.
Down the line. I wonder who's next for Buddy if he does get out of the loop a bit, Richo. And
I don't think there's plan B there tonight, Bristle.
Teddy Richards absolutely clobbered and hurt his knee there. Griffiths at the same time. Now Tippett gives a little handball off to Lloyd. Lloyd kicks the goal. Griffiths in trouble.
He's in a bit of trouble there, Ben Griffiths. He's already got that leg bandaged up, the right leg, hobbling back to the forward line. It's just been clinical finishing here from the Swans, making the most of their chances this quarter. 5 goals, 4 to Richmond, 1-5, and all of those 5 points were pretty kickable.
Physicality everywhere in this game. Brave players playing AFL footy. Ben Griffiths gets hurt from that, but Sydney able to pounce on the loose ball. Kieran Jack again low and hard, ending in the Lloyd goal. There are bodies getting thrown in everywhere here. Both of these teams know how important this game is. Richmond just to get their season started. Sydney to clock up another win.
Bit of the brilliance of Isaac Heaney on display there from the centre clearance. He's farmed one out. They went forward again. Flostone in the way. 5 unanswered goals now to the Swans. It is critical that the Tigers answer with the next. And Miles, they go back into this pattern of just maintain possession for a while. Go back to Grimes. Nervous moment again there, Bristle.
Oh, that was an edgy kick.
And they've just turned a few of these over. Martin now, he wants it out further to centre wing. Brandon Ellis, Papley wrapped up. Ellis wants holding the footy. He might be a chance here too, and it's going to be paid.
Yeah, it was well done by Ellis. He didn't want it to come out, and he didn't let it come out. Now he goes back. Let's have a listen to the crowd, Richmond crowd, saying we don't want to go backwards, but as Lingy will tell you, that's how they've controlled the footy tonight with this possession game.
There's a balance in this though, PT. You don't want to just go back a long, long way and play into Sydney's hands because, well, simply that can happen. Turnovers.
And Rance has given Franklin a little clip around the left ear.
I think the one with Brandon Ellis there, Lingy, is that he didn't even look forward. He just went straight back, which was a surprise. He didn't even see if he had anything forward.
Exactly right. We saw in the second quarter, they actually tried to take the ball forward when there was an opportunity to take it forward. That one, as you said, was just blindly go back.
2 minutes left in the quarter here. 3 is going to go to Sydney. Richmond in desperate need of something positive here, but it's all Sydney. They've kicked the last 5 goals in a row. And here is Papley, the former apprentice plumber. I know Buddy loves having him in the team. Takes a little bit of heater off Buddy as another option. He's enjoyed his company up forward.
Well, just another small forward putting pressure on there, and that's why he's remained in the team for the whole season.
Big attempt this to get it beyond the 3-goal mark, and that's not going to get it done. Out of bounds on the full. So with 1 minute and 12 seconds left in the third quarter, Richmond would do well to strike a blow here.
Just watching Jack Riewoldt off the play as that kick from Ellis went directly back, and he just threw his arms up in the air and said, I'm in good position. We really need to keep the ball moving forward. Here is Jack. His work rate has been outstanding.
And that's why you go to him, because he can take contested marks.
So he knows what he wants, the ball further downfield, and they get it to centre wing. Rioli contested well, and now they get a look at it.
All right, you're going to come to the boundary.
Front of Lingy down there. So 56 seconds remaining. Tigers kick the first goal of the second half, and then it's 5 unanswered for the Swans. I'd love to pinch one here late. Riewoldt having to contest in the ruck, wrapped up immediately. Hanbury managed to get boot to ball, which wasn't an easy thing to do.
Holding Sydney. No advantage.
So umpire Matthew Nichols, one of our most experienced umpires, doing a good job here. Grundy now. Well under the minute remaining here. Richmond should be getting back in numbers here. Grimes dropped the mark. Now Hanbury senses just a little tiny opening. And a bit of a box on off the ball with Morris here as well. Puts his opponent on the deck there. And Morris, not the sort of guy that's going to let go with Papley. I think Papley not backward and coming forward either. Jack. Grimes again, so ball pinned in and under. Got to be careful here, the Tigers. They don't give away a free. Well done, Alice. Gets it out. Now Sydney have got an opportunity. Anyone's ball here. Kept it rolling forward on that occasion. Did Rioli.
So both teams have got a spare number back now. This last 15 seconds, neither team will want to concede anything here.
Let's get going now. Let's finish it off.
So boundary thrown. Sinclair favoured slightly. Out the back, Miles. What do? Do they take the foot off the accelerator here? Kick out wide to Taylor Hunt. One-on-one out here. This is Hiscox with him. Siren sounds. Good quarter of football from Sydney. They kick 5 goals to Richmond's 1. Sydney at three-quarter time lead by 18 points. 11-9, 75 to the Tigers. 7-15, 57.
They're going to have to move forward with the footy a little bit more than they have earlier in the game.
Win tonight, Sydney will be 7-1 for the first time, Dar, since 1957, which happened to be the year with the Swans playing Carlton in the infamous bloodbath grand final. First time since then.
They are in great shape, the Sydney Swans. They've been challenged tonight. What can the Tigers do in the last quarter? Hampson and Tippett, we've called those two a lot tonight. Centre clearance is all crucial on a big rig with an up and under job. Inside forward 50, Richard sets himself. Jack Riewoldt, and in front Lloyd marked it. So he has been one of the culprits tonight. 12-3 from set shots coming into tonight. He's missed a couple of ones that you'd expect him to, and that's what they need. Lloyd kicks the first goal. He's got 2 for the match.
Well, sometimes it's just better to not think about it, and I reckon that's what Sam Lloyd was doing there. Somehow he took that mark, not sure how that fell into his arms, and he just turned around and kicked it straight away. Didn't do his normal routine. Just went back, and they desperately needed that first goal. They've got it. Sam Lloyd from a centre clearance out of the middle for the Tigers. Not sure how he marked this speed. See, that had a little bit of snow on it, that one, when it came down. Good chest mark in the end, just dropped a bit, didn't think about it, went back and kicked the goal. The centre clearances are really crucial at the moment.
Tigers within a couple of goals here, a couple of straight kicks will have them right in it. They're right in it now. In fact, here's Rioli, managed to get rid of it, did really well. Mitchell, great hands in there. Heaney, beautiful. Hanbury, even better. Buddy with the fend, but they came at him with a double tackle. One on each arm. That's what it took to bring the great man down. Handball off to Deledio. Beautiful hit, and Griffiths has taken the mark. Griffiths will line up for his 3rd goal to get Richmond back within a goal. They kick poorly in the third quarter. What can he offer early here in the last? Consecutive goals on offer for the Tigers. Griffiths, no problems at all. He's got 3. The Tigers are within a goal.
So 3 goals to Ben Griffiths, probably his best game for the season. Had his ups and downs over his career. So the centre clearances all night. Richmond got a dominance in that second quarter. The Swans tidied it up in the third, and Richmond have been able to go forward twice at the start of this last quarter.
So the ideal start here in the last quarter of the Tigers. Accurate set shot goal kicking. And they have got themselves back within 1 straight kick. Back in the centre. They've won the first couple of clearances. Toe poke forward. Hanbury gets in low and Hargreaves' tackle was good. Spilled out of his hands. Heaney was clever to Jack. Awkward bouncing footy. Went through about 4 sets of legs. Picked up by Parker. Little awkward left-hand handball in the direction of Mitchell. Getting back Miles. Done pretty well, the defence of the Tigers. Good tackle from Taylor Hunt. Back in there was Ellis. Towers picked it up. Good tackle again, Corey Ellis. But it spills out to Hanbury. What can he do? The little star. Little backward kick to McVeigh. He's got time to chip one inside 50. Delidio tip it. Well done, Delidio. The fist was timely. Heaney picks it up. Towers fumbles. Back to Heaney. Again, the Tiger defence did really well.
Go through.
Didn't give away a free kick.
It's a hot ball. Gee, Heaney's good at picking it up and getting a quick handball off. He's a clean player.
Gee, it's on here. It's really on at the moment. Can't call it, Sydney. Hanbury. Short little ball. Wanted his teammate to come at the footy there, and Papley. What a pick up. Couldn't quite get loose.
It was Heaney again around that clearance.
Richmond quickly over the top. They're out here now. Edwards, no, did really well. Teddy Richards, who's going to be first to arrive? Lloyd, Heaney. Heaney did well, got it to Mills, kept the arms free. Over the back, here comes Greg. Did well to Jack Rewalt. Jack Rewalt, he went past Royce Harding. Game's played tonight. Got the handball to Rioli. Couple of bounces for the Tigers to draw level. 3 bounces, Rioli got it. Tigers have squared it up early in the last quarter. They've set the MCG alight.
Well, Jack Rewalt, he's a smart footballer. He took possession of that ball and he waited, he drew the defender towards him, and that was what gave Rioli the space to kick that goal with the running bounces. The Richmond fans will love that. Their #1 draft pick in the 2015 draft. They've been crying out for a small forward. So a good contest from Greg there, but it was Jack Rewalt. He waited, he drew Rampy and drew a free kick, but that gave Rioli the space.
Daniel Rioli kicks his first ever goal at the MCG. It won't be his last. Great moment. Well done, Hanson. They don't argue. He got away from his marker. Inside 50 go the Tigers again. Griffiths in front. The one hand, the second hand, the third hand. Oh, he's taken a big mark. Ben Griffiths not happy, Grundy.
I know what he's going to say, Grundy. The forwards get away with this every single time, Das. It's the stiff arm hold off, and you hold the jumper and just stiff arm it.
Yeah.
And the umpire never picks it up. You always get away with that. Look at Grundy, he's flat as a tack. He knows what's happened.
So Ben Griffiths, a massive moment in this game at the MCG. Leads back. Griffiths has got 4 in a row, and the Tigers are back in front. What about that? And they get around him from everywhere. MCG is absolutely on fire here at the moment. And you couldn't have dreamt a better start in this last quarter from the Tigers. Brilliant stuff.
Oh, yeah. Grundy and Griffiths having a look at the replay screen there. Four goals goals in 5 minutes. Lingy, what do you do if you're in Sydney's shoes right now?
Well, it's simple, BT. It's centre clearances. Richmond completely dominating them, getting the ball quickly inside 50. The hard nuts, Parker, Hanbury, Jack in the middle, have to win the centre clearance.
4 inside 50s, 4 goals. 5 minutes ago, they were 18 points down, Richmond, and now they're 6 up. Brendan Gale, the CEO, Damien Hardwick, the coach, holding their breaths. Knocked down Flostone, who's been really good tonight. Good tackle, Jack.
Hampson's getting some real clear hit-outs in the middle here at the moment.
A few coaches missing in the Swans box. Listen, I think they've had a fair bit in there tonight. Here's Jack. Parker quickly, boot on ball, advanced it high to centre half forward, Rance out manoeuvred Buddy once again, Miles in there, banged out of it, little right foot Nana, centre half forward, Teddy's got to go, oh boy, dropped an easy one, coughed up the one of it as well, Rioli, Griffiths, on to Edwards, can he gather the ball, handball over the top, need a good bounce, Rioli's got another, no he's missed, yes he's kicked it, Rioli's got 2 in the last quarter, Richmond have got 5 in the last quarter, and they lead by 2 goals.
Daniel Rioli, they made hard work of that one in the end. Teddy Richards dropped a chest mark, which he never does. He's a reliable Ted, but unfortunately dropped a chesty, and the loose ball fell into Richmond's 50. Daniel Rioli 2, Ben Griffiths 2, and Anthony Miles is the man in the middle of the ground that they have to man up on the Swans.
Tigers have had 13 kicks this quarter and 5 goals. Teddy Richards will hate watching the replay of that one. And all the momentum with the Richmond Footy Club here at the moment. Vickery in there, picked it up, got it out to Flostone, did well. They go forward again. Out in front, short. The little man, McVeigh, tracked him from behind, caught him high.
The Swans have just got to somehow get possession of the ball and just slow it down for 30 seconds to a minute. They can't get their hands on it.
Got a bit of a stinger in the shoulder there, I think.
So the little wee man short, he's prepared to just pop this one inside 50. Griffiths is in great touch at the moment. Out the back, Rioli and Edwards. Edwards picked it up. He wants to centre it. Partially smothered the kick. Hanbury got back and then he fell over under all sorts of pressure. Laidler, Grundy and up and under job. Who can mark it? They fly from the side. Brilliant mark. Oh, Revolt had his name written all over it in the end. And Jack Revolt to make it 6 goals in a row for the Tigers.
Big contested mark. Buddy Franklin's wandered down. He's freezing. It hasn't been down that end for a while. Buddy's come down to try and get involved and put Jack off here.
Short off with the shoulder.
Haven't had a 6-goal quarter in 2016. The Tigers an opportunity to do that. His work rate has been incredible. He's played with a heap of heart tonight. Jack Revolt, and he's missed it.
Playing game 188 tonight, moves past Royce Hart on the list of games played for the Tigers. By the way, he's kicked 85 more goals than Royce did. Hasn't played as many flags as Royce did. I think he played in 4, Richo. The great superstar is probably watching from Tassie. Down to you, Lingy, on the injury to Short.
As you guys said, it's just a shoulder. They're checking it out right now. Maybe a stinger. Doesn't look as though it's popped out, but I'll keep a close eye on it, see if he can come back on the ground.
Richmond's equal biggest lead of the match, 13 points here. Sydney are a pro team, though, and they'll know how to get out of this one, and this man will be heavily and instrumentally involved if they do get out of it.
He got 20 metres for his team there, Lance Franklin. Just full-chested onto the ball, kept it going the Swans' way.
Almost cleaned up Kleiny, one of Australia's best photographers, sitting on the boundary there.
Only the 2nd time in his career he's kicked 5 goals 3 weeks in a row. Buddy Franklin did it in 2008 in the last 3 weeks.
Jack offhand snap. What about that for a response? Brilliant from Jack.
Brilliant.
First goal of the last quarter coming to the Swans 11 minutes into the quarter after Richmond had kicked 5.
You don't get a lot of those. Such a clean clearance inside your forward 50. Hit it at speed and a nice finish. Doesn't happen very often.
Just some genius ruck work there from Sinclair, the former West Coast Eagle. He timed it to perfection. Little flick out the back. You have to credit that man with some brilliance. So back in the centre, a really important goal, that one to the Swans, to stem the momentum. Socket off the ground by Tippett. Coming off the line was Big Buddy. Heaney's important. Flicked out by Jack. Well done, Menadue. To Rance, to Edwards. They stream forward again here, the Tigers inside 50. Rewald looks dangerous. Push Rampy off the footy. Picked it up with the one motion. Jack Rewald missed. Did all the hard work, and he punches the ground in disappointment.
Might have got away with one there. That looked to be a nudge, but Richmond would want to get Hampson back on the ground pretty quickly. They've got Vickery in the ruck at the moment.
Going to be worth a few dollars, these jumpers they're going to auction if the Tigers get up here tonight for the Alana and Madeline Foundation. The purple piping in the meantime. Here is Hewitt. Half-back kick over the top. Deledio aware of it. Tracks back there. Went hard. Boy, Grimes went straight and hard. Didn't have time to get rid of it, said the ump.
Thanks, boys. Thanks, Dill.
Tippett and Vickery coming over to this ruck contest, and I reckon Tippett's got a pretty clear advantage in this situation at the moment.
Let's have a look at it. Bit of help there. Third man up, wasn't it? Hanbury. Parker, Hanbury, squeezed the trigger on the handball. Jack sees a bit of space. Here comes Buddy Franklin. Rance coming in behind, gets the benefit of the bounce. Now Buddy comes back at him, tries to get him on the jumper. Got him, spun him in the tackle. Fortunate for Rance, found Grimes. Grimes now goes out wide. High footy. What a jewel it is. Here goes McVeigh. Forward again. Thought about Buddy. Handball back into Towers. He likes a goal. Grimes attack. They push Sydney back. Now they go forward once again. But Edwards in the way.
Or kick from Smith. They want to go hard and fast here. Ellis is going to take them on, Brandon Ellis. And then he almost fell over. Can he get through? Cunningham running down from behind. Play on's the call. Laidler picked it up. Great tackle, Edwards. They've turned it over again. Delidio dispossessed. In goes Edwards. And Jack got back. The skipper found a way to McVeigh. And now Grundy's got a man out the back. Heaney, poor kick. Grundy half shinned it forward. Now Hanbury comes up to meet it. Grimes just tries to track him to the boundary line. The kick was really good.
Oh, what a kick. What a kick from Hanbury. A low spear that caught Tippett on the chest. Little chip over the top, comes back to Hanbury, and this guy's just a star.
Smart play by Tippett. Took Vickery down and made him play as a defender. Have a look at this from Hanbury. That was a two-card trick there.
Non-preferred side, brilliant.
The other mistake there is the fact that I think it was Dylan Grimes then let Dan Hanbury run on again and get this shot for goal. He had to go with him. Couldn't just have that one effort, let Hanbury get the kick away and then just trailed off. Great work rate though from Hanbury, sensational.
Preferred side, of course, left foot there. Hanbury comes in on his left, and that's another good kick. So they've kicked consecutive goals, and they've got it back to a two-point game, the Sydney Swans.
He's putting together a good last quarter here. Dan Hanbury, 6 disposals. Outstanding to keep that ball alive on the outer wing. Dylan Grimes let him come back. It was a great kick to Hampson, and then his gut run gets him that goal.
So Daniel Hanbury says, come on, we can do this, and they've kicked the last two to us.
They sure have. This great side. They will not lie down. Back in the centre, Hanbury again involved. Good tackle. Flostone did superbly well. Left foot barrel to Revolt over the top. Rampy. Delidio worked his man off the footy. Cunningham. Now he goes back inside. Cunningham second effort was outstanding.
Gee, there's been some good tackles in this last quarter. What a tackle from Cunningham.
Good tackle to wrap up Delidio. He was almost through, Richo. Cunningham to Mitchell, put him right under the pump. Brandon Ellis did really well with the spoil. Flostone, impressive. McVeigh, deft little tap out the back door to Hanbury. And here they go again, Sydney, up towards the wing. Sinclair the target. Chaplin did well to knock the ball away.
Hanbury's hands then were outstanding.
BT, just to update Jaden Short, all good. He's back on the ground, so that shoulder, not too big an issue. Might have had it strapped up. Again, a little bit of extra taping on it, but he's good to go.
Still a heap of time left in this last quarter, about the halfway mark, 10 minutes left. Through comes Miles, who's been really important. Tippett put his head over the footy and won a good one. McVeigh, kick around the body. It's Franklin and Rance. How good's that contest been? But he's got 5, he wants more. Corey Ellis wrapped up, almost a chicken wing tackle there. And Papley did a good job. So they get a chance to draw a breath. We haven't had a lot of ball ups, we haven't had a lot of boundary throw-ins. It's been an enormous aerobic game here tonight. Miles won the clearance, gained about 25 metres. Rampy and Revolt. Rampy, good tackle again, Revolt. Zach Jones squeezing handball, and Heaney releases Mills.
Here they go, Mills with a beautiful kick, finds Mitchell. He too is a good kick, this one off the side, but it helps Buddy to his advantage. Off hands, Tigers under enormous pressure. Menadue had to go. Buddy wanted deliberate. Not a goer.
I can't see whose hand has come off.
Heaney's spread from that clearance on the half-forward line to get back and help out was outstanding.
Umpire explaining he couldn't see whose hands it came off, so he couldn't rule a deliberate. Hampson knocked down Miles, just got rid of it. Hanbury in amongst all of this. Free kick, Sydney. Free kick to Papley. Papley will line up from well within his range. This to put Sydney in front.
Laid some good tackles tonight inside 50, Papley.
This is the free kick, head over the ball trying to win it, and Morris a bit clumsy. So here he is, Papley. We're riding right with him. Doesn't get any straighter than that. Now Sydney are back in front. Everyone loving this game to pieces. And Papley has been a big-time performer this year.
Yeah, they keep finding them, the Sydney Swans.
Tell you what, Kinnear Beatson and Ricky Barham and all those recruiters that have been there for years, they have done a great job finding guys like this.
They have, and he's kicked that beautifully. They've kicked 9-3 on the set shots tonight, the Sydney Swans. Richmond have kicked 7-11 on the set shots.
Hey, Lingy, let's have a look at the free kick again. What did you make of it?
Yeah, I don't mind that, Dus, at all. Head over the ball to win the footy. Well, you can't do that. And beautiful kick for goal by Papley. It's different when you pick up the footy and then drive at the ball. I agree that that's not too high, but, well, he was loving it, that bloke. But that was definitely a free kick.
Umpire Nichols hits the ground. The Swans now have kicked the last 3 goals. Heaney goes forward. Look at the class of this man. He wanted the target of Franklin. Morris did really well.
They got on top in the middle again, the Sydney Swans. Hanbury and Heaney in there.
Searching kick out to the wing. It was a little fumble from Brandon Ellis and a really costly one in the end. He's wrapped up by Cunningham, who's been a tackling machine in this quarter. Ellis goes back in, trapped on the boundary line. Cunningham eventually taken over.
Wow. Down to the last 8 minutes. We still don't know what's going to happen here. Sydney have been a terrific side again this year, as they are every year. 12 of the last 13 seasons they've played finals footy. Look, a certainty again this year. Up goes Ellis. It was Brandon with the kick.
Sydney high.
And it'll come back and be a Mills ball.
Yeah, well done, Mills. He was the loose player, put himself in the right position and drew the free kick. Grundy's gone forward for the Swans.
Mills goes down the line. Good-looking kick. Parker's the intended target. Flostone. Too high, said the umpire. Gee. Got him in the face, said the umpire. With the knock of the arms, what did you make of it, Das?
Yeah, a little 50-50 one. Could have gone either way, that one.
Parker now long. Right on the head of Franklin. Tippett, the third man up. Rance did his job. Tippett came in third up.
Nice corky there for Rance. Great contested mark.
This is smart play from Tippett as a ruckman to go and take Hampson where he doesn't want to be and play defence. Is just really good play.
He took Vickery forward and got the mark and then kicked it to Hanbury for his goal earlier. Now this one here. It's a weapon when your ruckman can move forward.
We've had 8 goals in the quarter kicked already. Richmond got the first 5. Got them in 8 minutes. Sydney have got the next 3. This to make it 4 in a row and a lead of 10 points. Tippett steps to the plate. No problems. Sydney now with 4 in a row. They lead it by 10 points. And they're ecstatic, the supporters here.
Here it is again. Look at this. He's 200 centimetres. He takes it at its highest point. And that's pretty hard to stop, especially when you've got a ruckman trying to defend it. Ruckmen don't really like being down there on the last line defending those balls that drop a little bit short. He's taken 2 marks in the forward half, playing as a ruckman in this last 5 minutes. 1 goal for himself and a direct score assist to Dan Hanbury.
Last 4 goals to the Swans. Prior to that, the Tigers kicked the last 5. Before that, it was the Swans the last 5. And before that, it was the Tigers the last 4. So maybe another swing left in this game. Yeah, coming through Taylor Hunt. The clearance have been vital. And we're going to get a secondary ball up here.
Cheers.
Yeah, that's inside the big circle, Richo.
Some nights you can win the clearances and not get a real advantage on the scoreboard. But tonight, when you've been winning it from here, you've been able to score a bit.
Hewitt tried to work his way through traffic to Cunningham. Grimes is going to have to stay under this. Look at the attack on the footy there from Buddy. Spills to Parker. The little classy act. He got around 1 and then just nicked the post, did Luke Parker.
The inside of the post, yeah.
Ooh.
The cream.
If you don't mind, Grimes got one to the kidneys.
Yeah, that hurts.
Skimmed the inside of the post there, that one from Parker. And Richmond now, feels like Sydney have owned, well, they have in terms of score, but also owned the footy. Richmond don't seem to be able to get a possession. Now there's a chance for them to possess the footy, but look how hot it is. Edwards on the wing, goes long. It's 4 on 2 in favour of Sydney. And Mills out the back door. Looking to reload for Sydney and go again. Richmond have been able to quickly man up.
They've worked hard. The last few times Richmond have gone forward, the Swans have worked hard to get numbers back.
Hiscox finds Jones.
They're the best intercept mark team in the competition, Sydney, and they've taken a few in this last quarter to help them.
Towers to Buddy. Buddy stiff arms his opponent, takes a bounce, runs away, hammers the ball long. Here's Jack. Couldn't quite hold it. And Rance is very sore from that earlier corky.
Brilliant performance this from the Sydney Swans to respond again. You can just see there they've had the last half a dozen inside 50s. They're deep in attack. What a contest this has been. Tigers have been really brave. Miles to Edwards. Tumbles this one out of defence. Rioli's had a big last quarter. Came back in again and won the footy. Jack Revolt. He wobbles once forward. If Griffiths can pick it up, can he outrun Richards? Picked it up cleanly. The big boy took a bounce, took Richards on. The dribble kicks on, and he's kicked the goal. Ben Griffiths, 5 goals for that man. Personal best effort, and that has just kept this game alive. 5-point margin. Horse Longmire's going to blow a gasket.
It took Jack Revolt to come up the ground and win a contested ball and a smart kick. He knew exactly what he was doing then, Jack Revolt. And this man's probably had his best game of his career. 5 goals, keeps the Tigers in it. This centre clearance here, probably the most important for the night, BT.
Oh, normally it's the little guys in these races, but to see 2 big blokes with only them in the picture was just extraordinary.
That was Teddy feeling there. It's a sick feeling running back that way, trying to chase someone.
5 goals. 3 of them coming here in the last quarter. Hanbury, as you expect, on the bottom of it. Took him on Flostone. Grimes caught high.
No, he didn't.
Heaney pleading that he ducked. Umpire said no, he didn't. And now Grimes trying to be careful here. Can't be too cute, of course, the Tigers. Not that highly skilled by foot. Need to keep it simple. Deledio, long ball here. Up they go, no winner in the hair. Offhand, Smith of Sydney. Umpire said not the 15 metres, so he tries again. This time he goes a bit longer. Now had to leave his man here, Rance. This leaves Buddy over the top. He took the gamble, Rance, and he won out. Gets it to Grigg. Grigg into the middle, and Sydney again to tidy up.
Mills is going to work hard. He copped an errant needed there. Play on to the call. Dustin Martin gets back in, gets his hands on his hands and knees, sliding in. Edwards will win a free kick. So Shane Edwards just a bit too far out to score, Richo, I think. He's going to punch one into the pocket. Rewald on a strong lead, diving mark. He gets back to his feet. No, on hands and knees. Was he taken high by Lloyd? No, the umpire says play on. Oh, he's been pin-holding the footy. Tiger fans cannot believe that. So a Swans free kick.
What about the emotion shown by the Tiger fans there?
Have a look at the badges on the old S. Top BT.
Dating back to the 50s, I'd reckon, Richo. High ball, out the back door, Grimes sends it high, so we're into the 28th minute here. There's 3 minutes remaining in the game. Tigers down by 5 points. Good tackle on Parker. Up goes Ellis, off the back McVeigh, and over the boundary line.
The ball just wouldn't go out there. The players were desperate for it to get out. No loose numbers on the ground, although the Swans have rolled one back from this stoppage. Rolled 2, McVeigh's come out. Richmond should have an advantage around the clearance.
Not much the coaches can do from here now to impact this game. Little one to Ellis, caught with the footy there. Umpire goes play on. Buddy Franklin goes and wins the ball. Edwards now applying the tackle on Parker. Got him wrap around.
Thank you.
So Richmond have got one back. The Swans have got 2 back. So Richmond have an extra number at this clearance, which doesn't really make a huge advantage.
Flostone just tomahawks it forward. Griffiths did well. Picked up at ground level by Rioli. He's set upon immediately. Nick Smith under pressure. Good tackle. Hanbury's had an enormous night. Clears defensive 50. Franklin all the way up the ground. They slap it forward to Cunningham, and he's going to take a run and bounce.
Oh, there's one out the back here for Sydney. I think it's Sinclair, the big fella. Rance gets back and makes a competitive situation out of it. Morris says, you are a star. Have a look at the desperation. It was going over the back.
Gee, the players are cooked. No one can get back for this throw-in. Look at them all trying to get back. There's some tired players.
And 15 seconds left. Hampson knocked down. Parker sharp hands. Lloyd in amongst it. Buddy able to kick the ball inside 50. Rance gets back and marks last line of defence. They look to launch.
Oh, he's kicked. Set Chaplin a bit of a task. Coming in, Jones. Now Towers with some leg speed. Corey Ellis, great tackle. Wrapped him up. It spills out to the first game of Hitchcocks. And Brandon Ellis wrapped him up. Massive moments in this game. They've got to get it moving. Minute 47 remaining. He has to pull the trigger here, Ellis. Through the corridor, it's the right move. Who can stand up? Off hands. And now it's Lloyd who jams it back inside 50. Chaplin, he can't pick it up. Rance again, well smothered. They keep it inside 50. They're out on their feet at the moment. Chaplin to Morris. Can they work it through by hand? They can.
They found a little bit of space here. Dusty needs to be clean. A little bit of a panic kick. Didn't think about it too much. Perhaps he didn't have time. And the mark taken by Rampy.
They've got a number back. They should be able to milk time here, Sydney.
A minute and 9. Umpire says play on. He doesn't bother. Too tired. Franklin comes at the footy. Over the top they go. They need to find some space here, the Tigers. Out the back door, Martin caught with it. And Towers will be given the free here. So they can milk it. They must man up. There are Sydney players everywhere.
The Swans players know it. They know how long is left.
Look at Franklin off the side of the ball here, Towers. If you just go wide, why wouldn't you?
Hasn't looked at him.
Buddy looked to the bench and said, how long? They said about 30 or 40 seconds. Now an opportunity here for the Swans. Rance got it out. Little one over the top. Rioli did well with the spoil here. This is the Tigers' chance. They must go from here. Did really well over the top of the ball, Jones. Picked up by Franklin. Got it back inside 50. The Tigers, Sinclair. In went Hanbury. Hard at the footy. Here they go. Out the back door. Flostone. Again, I think it's going to come back again. Picked up by Rewalt. Rewalt got it out wide. Griffiths. Will he keep going? Will he go? Little one over the top, and the mark's been taken by Lloyd. 5 seconds. Lloyd is going to have a kick after the siren.
Gee whiz.
A goal is the only thing that matters. Boy.
Look at the Swans. They're getting everyone back. Sinclair's pushing back. McVeigh saying, get down here. We can touch this on the line.
Every kid dreams of this opportunity. Lloyd from 45 to win the game. He's got it. Sam Lloyd wanted it. He got it no matter what. Let's get down to Cameron Ling in amongst the Tigers. Lingy.
Well done, Lloydie. Well done. What a moment. How good was that?
Oh, mate, I was bloody gone a bit blank there, but always dreamed of doing that as a kid. And I seen Tommy Hawkins, a good mate of mine, do it one year. I was like, geez, I'd love to do that. And, just amazing win by the boys. They fought it out. We deserve that one.
Well, you certainly nailed it. Can you talk us through? You've taken the mark, the siren's gone. What is going through that head of yours?
I was actually thinking, please don't go, Simon, please don't go. But Griffo can't cheat, said 3 breaths. I knew if I kept my head over the ball, I backed myself in. And yeah, just thank God I went through. It was off the boot, I knew it was going in. I was just like, oh, it's amazing.
So you felt that as soon as you kicked it, you knew it was home?
It's the only good kick I did all night, mate. Just really proud of the boys. We fought it out, and it's been a tough few weeks, so yeah, really wrapped with that one.
It was a pretty special game, wasn't it? Sydney are a very good football team. You guys just kept believing. The crowd's loving it. That must be one of the best wins you've ever played in.
Oh, absolutely, man. That's for the crowd too. They've stuck by us. They got us through, and yeah, it's absolutely fantastic.
Well, it's a dream come true. Go and enjoy it all. Well done, mate.
Well, before that kicked, the set shots at goal tonight for the Tigers was 7 goals 11, so the chances weren't good. But as Lloyd said himself, he dreamed of that as a young man. Damien Hardwick can't believe it. Lloyd's kicked his 3rd goal to win after the siren by a point. Not only that, it was a set play after the siren, which meant he had no other choice. Lingy's with Brett Deledio.
I have got Brett Deledio here, BT. Very, very happy scenes. Damien Hardwick's out on the ground. Lids, that was just a special win, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was. Look, we've been down and out for a little bit, but those sort of wins can really start to kickstart, you know. But well done to Lloydie, mate. How good was that? You know, when the pressure's on, nailing that goal, that was fantastic. But you know, I thought Dusty was fantastic as well. Milesy, Grigor in the middle, they got us going, and our back stood tall again, which was good.
Now I want you to be 100% honest. Did you have total faith in Lloydie when he was kicking then?
Absolutely, mate. He's the Denny master. He would have kicked a million of those back there up at Denny. So backed him in the whole way. That's the sort of player he is.
And you must be just absolutely loving being back out here in the MCG playing in good form yourself. How good's footy when you're out here running around?
Oh, that's it, Lingy. When you're playing games like this in front of our home crowd, and that makes you enjoy footy, forget about all the other stuff, and just get out here and find the kick.
Well done tonight, mate. Sensational. Go enjoy it all.
Thanks.
Brett Deledio there had 34 touches, 25 to half-time. Damien Hardwick ecstatic. Let's relive that last moment where Lloyd had the shot for goal in full. Here it is. Back down to you, Lingy.
Well, the boys have just been watching the goal on the big screen. We've just been watching it on Channel 7. How good was that moment, Ranty?
Oh, I just love this team so much. That's the best win I've ever been a part of, to be totally honest with you. It was really hard fought, contested in the middle. Griffo stood up, Lloydie stood up. I just love this team.
And your own game now, you've had 5 goals kicked against you, but in one of the best battles we've seen between full forward and full back, I felt if you hadn't been playing a buddy who's going to kick 12 tonight, it was just one of those brilliant one-on-ones we don't often get to see these days.
Yeah, I always enjoy the battle with Buddy. We respect each other a lot after the game. We, shake hands, but when we're out here, we're pretty fierce competitors, and he was kicking straight today. But yeah, I was pretty filthy, but I love this team.
Is this a bit of a launching pad now? It's been a tough start to the season. A win like this, can this send you on your way now for 2016?
Oh, I'd love to say heck yes, but we just got to enjoy the emotion of this, but then, see what we did well and keep taking it step by step, because we still got a lot to improve on.
I sense you're going to absolutely belt out this song when you get down the road.
Oh, you bet, Lingy, you bet. It's going to be a ripper.
Well done, Ranty. Great job.
Thanks.
Oh, mate.